Welcome to AMCN's Motorcycle of the Year for 2024, presented by National Motorcycle Insurance, the most anticipated test for readers, staff, and the industry alike. This year, AMCN called upon the expertise of its dedicated fleet of bike testers here in Australia and overseas to determine the single greatest all-round motorcycle of the year, as judged against our tried and tested criteria. We selected a cross-section of incredible bikes that show the current state of the industry and the huge choice Australian riders have at their disposal. After testing all of the major new bikes over the past 12 months, we narrowed our choice down to 10 exceptional finalists. Importantly, rather than be compromised by exactly what models were available from importers in time for a single all-in test, we decided to rate these bikes individually by the experts who originally rode them. So let's meet those experts, shall we? David Watt. Watty arrived at AMCN about 12 years ago as runner-up in the Cover Hero comp, and he never really left. If he was Italian, we would nickname him Multistrada. With the right tyres under him, this ex-racer can and will do just about anything. Ben Grabham. Riding since the age of 3, off-road legend Grabbo has won everything from Finke, even with a broken hand, to Hatter, the Kondo 750, the Australasian Safari, and more. A stalwart for AMCN's sister publication Australasian Dirt Bike, we were chuffed to have him weigh in on Motorcycle of the Year for 2024. Adam Child. Adam has covered more miles testing bikes than there are pages in every issue of AMCN that has ever gone to print. A racer at both club and international level, Chad is equally at home on a superbike as he is on an enduro, and pretty much everything in between. Kel Buckley. One of Australia's most experienced moto journalists, Kel has ridden, tested and judged the best and worst of motorcycles in a career spanning 2 decades. A realist, she's finally bought her dream 90s bike, a lightly modified Yamaha TRX 850. Sean Mooney. Sean has been riding since he was 17, from commuting on a ridiculous 2-stroke to now riding road and track with the occasional off-road foray, all kinds of machines. Some big, some small, some expensive, some cheap, some petrol, some electric, all great fun. Sheena Watkins. With 19 years in various industry roles, Sheena's passion for biking has never faltered. She's a professional weekend social rider who loves a good catch-up and having a good gander at other people's two-wheel joy factories. Damien Pelletier. Damien's passion for bikes began as a teen thrashing a KX 125, then evolved through MotoGP-inspired track days. Now an adventure biking enthusiast, he still holds a soft spot for Kawasaki despite owning a BMW K1300R. To determine our coveted Motorcycle of the Year, we wrangled together a lineup of bikes that showcases the smorgasbord of options we have in this country. From a budget-friendly adventure bike to the rebirth of the OG adventure machine, a street-legal enduro beast that screams "challenge me," a neo-retro scrambler for the hipster in your soul, a tire-shredding supercruiser, and even a crossover bike with a personality disorder. It can't decide between manual or automatic. Middleweights, we've got you covered with a GP throwback and a parallel twin that'll make you question why you ever needed 4 cylinders. And of course, a performance electric bike because the future is now. After a year of riding everything we could throw a leg over, we picked our top 10, then enlisted the adventurous souls who conducted their real-world tests, braving bugs, mud, and questionable weather to tame them. We weren't there to pit apples against oranges or enduro races against cruisers. Instead, we asked, did these bikes nail their design brief? Were they breaking new ground? And, most importantly, were they slicing through the marketing fluff to truly deliver the goods? We asked our expert judges to score their bikes out of 10 in the following 5 categories. Number 1, build quality. Does it feel like a fortress on wheels or something you'd find in a flat pack kit? Number 2, innovation. Is it pushing boundaries or just slapping on some shiny paint and calling it a day? Number 3, design brief. Did it nail the assignment, delivering to the rider what it promises to do on the tin? Number 4, relevance of features. Does it have tech you'll actually use or just stuff to impress your mates at the pub? And finally, number 5, value for money. Not just the price though, because a well-equipped, expensive bike can still represent top value. Our 10 incredible finalists for 2024 in alphabetical order were the BMW R1300 GS. The flagship of adventure touring has been in for an overhaul, but has it gone too far? The CF Moto 450 MT. Desert racing legend Ben Grabham spent 3 days in the hills on CF Moto's first 450cc adventure bike, but did it tick all the boxes? Ducati's Desert X Rally. Exceptional build quality with a high level of finish and reliability. Ducati claimed it would be ready to take on the world, and it does. The Royal Enfield Air 650. Versatile, capable, and nostalgic in equal measure, Royal Enfield has created yet another clever sales success from its 650 Twins platform. But the Scrambler's strongest suit is not what you expect. The Suzuki GSX-8R. Suzuki weighed in on the mid-sized sports bike sector with a twin that fits the role of an all-rounder. But does it really work on the road and track? The Suzuki GSX S1000GX, a crossover model that straddles the realms of performance, comfort, and rider tech. The Triumph R3 Storm, a big, bold triple exclamation mark in the story of internal combustion motorcycles. The Yamaha MT-09Y AMT, an extremely versatile hyper-naked that has so much tech your left hand will wonder why it's out of a job. The Yamaha XSR 900 GP, a tip of the cap to Yamaha's two-stroke heyday that has stirred the souls of old-school GP fans. And finally, the Zero SRF, a futuristic torque monster that would shame some high-end performance bikes. Running costs are close to zero after buy-in, but bring your own vroom vroom noises. So, which of these 10 incredible machines has what it takes to be crowned Motorcycle of the Year and take out the biggest prize in Australian motorcycling? Check out the 2024 yearbook issue of AMCN for the judges' full scores and the final epic result. In the end, there can be only one, and in this case, it's an absolute legend.